Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Swan Gordon from Basement MTG, and I'm here just doing a little Basement MTG brew. It's a deck that I played a couple times on stream. The first time I tried it, it was a total disaster, and then I did a little tweaking and got it to a point where it wasn't just cheap flyers. Oh, I guess I should tell you about the deck first. We're going to be playing Azorius Flyers, and the first time I built it, it was a bunch of cheap flyers, a lot of one-drops, and some of the same aggro cards that I love, but it just didn't work out very well. And so I had to do some changing, a little bit more mid-rangey flyers, some stuff that accrues us some value, and a big pickup in a card draw spell of one mind, which we just have to keep our hand full in the historic meta. It will be historic. We're going to play best of three. And for this series of videos, we're just going to do 3 games of best of 3. Gives us a winning or losing record, gives us a little taste of the historic meta, and also like how our deck's going to do. So let's get to the deck. So here's the deck that we're bringing for Azorius Flyers. Really, the big cards here are the Skycat Sovereign. As I said in the intro, I really love this card. It's just how I like to play the game. If it sticks around late game, it can kind of do its own thing. It pumps itself. But I also just like the fact of this like aggro flying creature just getting over. With Skycat, we're playing 8 1-drop flyers, both Spectral Sailor, which this card, I mean, its power is just awesome. It's an awesome card. Flashing in, being able to draw cards in those late grindy games if they go that long. It's just a great card. Siren Storm Tamer. This card's funny, man, because you'll play it and you'll be, what am I going to do with Siren Storm Tamer? And then you'll usually find something to do with it in a game, and it usually makes a big difference. Luminarch Aspirant, one of my favorite white cards right now. I just love the aggro aspect of it. If it sticks around, I've seen it just take over games on its own. Redain seems really good in this meta right now. I haven't played a ton yet since the Strixhaven release, so we'll see if Redain's still powerful, but this artifact side of Redain just absolutely shuts down Jund Food, and I love that. This is the card draw spell I'm going with in this deck. I do have some humans with the Luminarch. I've got a human with the Elite Guard Mage, and actually this Jubilant Skybonder is a human too that has flying. Because if you look at the art, you can just see the humans actually on top of the bird, which took me a while to see. So we can cast of one mind for one blue, and if you get to do that and draw 2 cards for 1 blue, that feels really good. Glorious Protectors, just to protect us against the wipes. This card I'm medium on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When it does, it feels great, but most of the time I feel like it's just sitting in my hand. And this is just funny. Just a Dream Trawler. This card is just powerful on its own. And sometimes in those late games, if you get a Dream Trawler down, sometimes you'll just get a scoop. To fill it out, we got Jubilant Skybonder. It makes our stuff a little bit harder to target. Watch of the Spheres makes our late flyers cheaper, and then also can go a little aggro on its own. Sideboard, just a bunch of counter spells, some removal. The big sideboard here is Grafdigger's Cage. This card is nuts in historic. It just shuts down so many strategies, and hopefully we'll get to see a little bit of that, because you bring this thing in and it's sometimes the opponents will just fold to it. All right, here we are, game 1. Let's see what we get paired up against. Always hard to say, always hard to say. Again, this is historic. We always do best of 3. For those who haven't watched one of these basement videos before, we're trying to get better at sideboarding. It's one of the real skills of the game, right? So we might as well try it. We're going to keep this. We've got a Luminarch Aspirant that's going to count as a human and a Skycat Sovereign as a cat. So if they do both stick around, we can hit our of 1 minds for 1 blue and draw 2 cards, which seems pretty good. All right, we could be up against some kind of spells situation. Faithful Saluting, quite the card to make its way to Strixhaven here. Well, I guess not technically Strixhaven, right? But like a deck that's really trying to get through its deck, find its win pieces. I'm sure we're drawing lots of lands. We're gonna go ahead and play the Sovereign now, and just cross our fingers that it doesn't get burnt. Crossing, crossing, crossing. Okay. Well, still got 1 red, right? We're looking pretty good. Okay, Elite Guard Mage. This is good. We're going to play Luminarch Aspirant. We're going to drop a counter on Skycat. We'll swing in with Skycat. Then we'll do a 1 draw 2 cards for 1. And that feels pretty good. We've got the Protector. I don't know if it's going to matter against this deck. We still don't know exactly what we're playing against. All right, looking like maybe trying to find Croxas. We can look at the... Okay, Skyclave Apparition, obviously good against Skycat Sovereign. We can go Guard Mage here. Game 3, draw. Put the counter on Guard Mage. No attacks. It feels like our of 1 mines are going to be pretty good against Croxa here. Croxa always a beast of a card to deal with. So we'll just discard a land here. We'll discard one of our islands. We'll take 3. Okay, so we still have the of 1 mine. We'll play this for 2 life. We'll play the Watcher. This will actually allow us to flash in our Glorious Protector a turn early. We're going to beat down with the Elite Guard Mage here. I think we probably... Let's look through the graveyard here, see if we're looking at any... Okay, doesn't look like we have seen any wipes. I think we just keep our hand full here. All right. I think that we will... All right, we're just going to try to build up our board, I guess, here. Seems like Terror could go off here. Okay. Well, still alive. So there's that. Yep, Faithless Looting. See what happens here. Okay, okay. Well, we are surely dead. Seeing as we are at 2. This is why we have Old Faithful Grafdigger's Cage. Was I sure to say that? I'm not so sure if these decks are going to be good. I mean, you guys know how it is. The meta is just shifting constantly. I think we're probably going to keep this strictly to be able to get the Grafdigger's Cage down. And of course, I mean, they probably sideboarded some sort of artifact removal, we would assume. But fine. Let them find it. This is a perfect scenario for Grafdigger's Cage. However, with all their effects, they may be able to find some removal for Grafdigger's Cage by looting. Faithless Looting is quite the card, as we all know. Okay, Croxa's good. Lucky for us, till they find removal for the Grafdigger's Cage, Croxa is not coming back anytime soon. Oh, that was quite a draw right there, honestly. Let's go blue. We can play the Skybonder. Yep, this will get a nice little boost. Attack in for 3. Play of 1 mind. Get a couple more cards in our hand. Looks like we're getting a lot of lands. Faithless Looting. I would assume that they're trying to find some sort of something to shut down the Grafdigger's Cage. Luminarch Aspirant was a pretty good pull there. We're going to start bumping up our creatures now. All right, and we got them on a small clock. We saw that all their flying creatures cost quite a bit to cast. We have definitely drawn our fair share of lands. That is to be clear. All right. So, unless they find some sort of answer here to get rid of Grafdigger's Cage, I think that we probably just have this one. Lucky Grafdigger's Cage just shuts down strategies like this. Unburial Rites is... Skyclave Apparition is quite good here. That's going to slow us down. Apparition, probably a card we would like to think about playing in our deck. It's Nice. Let's go here. I thought about maybe putting that on the aspirant to... All right, there. We got game 2. I mean, Grafdigger's Cage just absolutely shuts down the strategies like this. It's actually quite phenomenal how good Grafdigger's Cage has got. I cannot say that word. Okay, we're up against Jason Bourne. That's pretty intimidating, obviously. We still saw a little bit of their deck. I think we're still feeling pretty good. Siren Stormtamer is nice because it does counter Kroxa stuff. Really, we just want to open up our hand with Grafdigger's Cage again is what we're really searching for. All right, let's just go to game 3. This is kind of tough. I would like to see a Grafdigger's Cage. I fear that if we don't start with a Grafdigger's Cage, we're probably going to be in big trouble. However, it feels bad not to keep this. Let's give it a shot. This could be the wrong keep. I'm going to be completely honest. This meta sometimes makes me feel like maybe we should have literally 4 copies of Grafdigger's Cage. Kroxa, yes, of course. We are going to take the 3 damage and just dump a land. We'll flash in Spectral Sailor here. Let's see a cage. All right, not good that we drew so many lands, obviously. Kind of hard to win now, I feel like we're already kind of really far behind. They'll probably go with Stitcher Supplier or a Faithless Looting, something to start filling up their graveyard. So I think our only way out here is Grafdiggers. With Faithless Looting, it's really hard to not find your pieces, your combo pieces, so to speak. Yeah, I mean they've got a Burial Rites ready to go. We can try to find something, but yeah, I think we just got overpowered here. Oh, it seems that opponent missed their land drop here, so we get one more turn to try to find ourselves a Grafdigger's Cage. And it would honestly be quite monumental if we could find it now. I think that we could maybe ride it. Discard 2 lands. Interesting. Wow. We have no shortage of Spectral Sailors right now. I think we just go for damage here. Oh, that was big. That we definitely didn't see that coming, did we? Still not able to hit to find our cage, unfortunately. Yeah, they can Unburial Rights here and bring something colossal back. Yep. And then play it again. Yep. And that'll about do it, honestly. We don't really have anything to deal with creatures this big. Let opponent kill us here. We will give Jason Bourne their glory. Quite strong. Yes. Quite strong, this deck. We'll block. And we'll die. All right. 0-1. GG, Jason Bourne. Defeat. But we don't change our deck, okay? So what you saw at the beginning is what the deck's going to be. And yeah, sure, as we're playing, we want to do some new stuff. We want to throw some new shit in, obviously, as it always goes. But we're just going to let it ride here. The Skycat Sovereign. We'll keep 7 here. We go first. We got a Sovereign. I feel pretty good here. I gotta be honest, I haven't played much Historic since the Strixhaven release, so I don't know what kind of shenanigans are going on. That last game was absolutely shenanigans. We'll enter this tapped. We have no 1-drops. And we'll go Mana Skycat Sovereign here. All right, we're definitely seeing a lot of, I wonder if we're going to be seeing a lot of Is It based on the Faithless Looting situation. A lot of red looting effects going on. Strong card. Very strong card. Lightning Helix. Great. Honestly, kind of like to see it. I'm not gonna lie. We can enter this tap. We're gonna go Scott. We're gonna go Sovereign again. We just want one of these to stick. Please, Sovereign. Please. Nope. Lightning Helix again. Okay. I think. Let's go Guard Mage. Let's gain some life. Draw a card. Sailor feels good here. Lightning Helix, opponent. We're playing Vacuum. Okay. I think if we play, I think we can play Redain down here. Maybe we should attack first. Probably the book says to attack first. Did I mention I'm not a super duper Magic player? I had a good run when MTGA first started, and it seems like everything's just gone downhill since then. Let's end turn. We'll flash in Sailor here. Yeah. Okay. 3 out of the 4 Lightning Helixes that are probably in their deck. Feels pretty good for our opponent. Brainstorm, of course. Narset. Not super worried about Narset. It does hurt. I will be honest. What do we got here? Prismari Command. Quite the card. We'll flash in Sailor here. So we can kill the Narset if we want to and then play Guard Mage. We'll see what we draw. Skybonder. Let's do that. Bye, Narset. We'll play another Guard Mage. Judging by the look of opponent's deck, I'm thinking that they definitely have some wipes in this deck. I go to adjust my audio, and I'm gone, just like that. Okay, I mean, we could have the potential of Prismari or of the Dream Trawler here. I think we just probably play out the Watcher. And then we can play Skybonder. And then Storm Tamer. I mean, this is kind of... If they've got another wipe, then I guess we're just kind of toast. All right. We'll see what opponent has here. I mean, we've kind of done our plan. The Elite Guard Mages have put on pressure while continuing to keep our hand with some cards in it, which has been nice. We haven't pressured any damage yet because they've been able to deal with everything we put on the board with their 3 Lightning Helixes and then a Wrath of God to really clean up. Okay, they're going to draw 2 cards and discard. The Skybonder's gone, which does hurt because Dream Trawler will now be... Oh, we can play Dream Trawler. Or do we go Sovereign? Let's attack first. I think we probably want to get Dream Trawler out. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love the idea of playing Skycat Sovereign there, because I do love that card, it's probably a foolish choice not to get Dream Trawler on the battlefield at this point. Yeah, Dream Trawler will kind of just make opponents scoop. It is that good of a card. Okay, so being on the draw, we saw some Helixes. Redain seemed good against the wipe. Sorry, jeez. I think we probably take out the aspirants and put in our Lofty Denials. We're not going to keep 1 land hands, but we will keep this, and we will throw the Protector back. All right. We need to get something other than some lands. Of One Mind is fine, but it would be nice to have some lands. I'm going to play the Ardent Veil. Narset really hurts our Guard Mages right now. See what they grab. We could probably just try to draw removal out now. We know that we can't draw the card. Narset is killing us, and I'm so upset that we punted that of one mind. Yeah, so we knew we were probably going to get Lightning Helixed. That was a pretty safe assessment. We'll just allow them to counter. It looks like maybe their win con is supposed to be Shark Typhoon? Another Helix. Ah, yes, the Stomp. Our old friend. We'll wait. We can flash in Sailor at the end of their turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're one away from the Shark Typhoon. We will attempt to flash this in to kill the Narset. Okay, they've just got they've got a lot of answers in this deck. This kind of is it, though, right? Just a lot of answers in is it. A lot of control here. A lot of control out of this is it deck, obviously. I would imagine the Shark Typhoon is coming in now. We have to assume they're going to flash in the Brazen Borrower to block here. You don't realize how much you need your card draw until Narset Parter Veils is shutting it down. Okay. I think we probably just go for the Guard Mage here again. Let them counter it. Get spells out of their hands. Yep. Brainstorm looks good right now. So really what I've seen out of historic post these historic new cards that are in the meta is that everyone's really trying to play looting and Brainstorm in some capacity, which makes sense. They've historically no pun intended with the format. They have been just super strong cards. Yeah, they're just kind of dealing with me right now, huh? Just kind of dealing with everything I've got to throw at them. Probably with all the lootings and everything going around, we probably, in the Brainstorms and whatnot, we probably do want Narset quite a bit. Thinking probably to save us all the torture here. Okay, Teferi, I think we're good. Let's give it a shot. We do have a piece of card draw in our hand, which is nice. We've got the Sovereign. They do have the Lightning Helix. Helixi. We can play this tapped. You know, it's funny when you're playing decks like this against some of the more powerful stuff in the meta, isn't it? Just feels kind of sort of insignificant. I think we're going to actually play the Storm Tamer down first. I mean, if they want to stomp this or something, fine, obviously. However, it has the potential to save our Skycat Sovereign. Okay, they do want to stomp it. So stomp it they shall. Okay, Lofty Denial. I think we'll just of one mind here. Hopefully they don't have another Narset. That would really hurt right now, but it is the deck we're playing against. The Narset just really shuts down a lot. I think we try to go Skycat here, and we can hold up our Lofty Denial. Okay. So if they try to Lightning Helix here, at least we can save it through one removal spell. Oh, they can't Lightning Helix. They don't have white. Great. Well, if they try to Stomp, should be shocked if they don't have another Stomp. We'll allow the Brainstorm. I really love Brainstorm and looting in these tempo decks, obviously, because they just allow you to always hit your land drops, which is just great. Okay, so we can Wrath that, which feels pretty good. It's not my favorite play ever, but it's nice. I think we can go, well, I think we want to play Redain down right now. It feels like the play to me. We'll see what they want to get rid of. I mean, okay. Bone Daddy there tells me that maybe they don't have a lot of great plays right now. So now they could just have another Wrath. So it's just kind of how much do we want to go in here? Maybe we just play Skybonder for the target removal. All right. We might have shut down the Wrath with Redain there. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, okay. Great. So we don't really know what was going on. It looked like a straight Is It Spells deck there, maybe on the back of Brazens and Bone Crushers. Faithless Lootings. I mean, I feel like you throw Brazen, Bone Crusher, Faithless Looting, and Brainstorm in the same deck, you're looking at something that's really good. Game 3. So we're 1-1. We're doing 3 best of 3s for these segments, just so everybody is aware. You know, it gives us just a tiny little sample size. We won't know if the deck's great or worthy of destroying on the ladder or not, but, you know, 3 games, 3 solid games. Let's play first. This is not really that good. Just nothing. I do love Spectral Sailor, let me tell you. We're going to mulligan. Okay, this is looking better. We keep 6. We will... As much as I hate to do it, we're going to pop back one of the Luminarchs. And we'll bring this in. Pay the 2 life. And pass the turn. All right. Island, not surprised to see. Probably see a Brainstorm here. Ooh, no. Opt. Opponent says no opt. We're playing Pharaoh. All right, we're just going to go in with the Aspirant. Start trying to smash some face here with our Spectral Sailor. Another opt. Opponent missing lands. Nope. Uh-oh, this could be the Simic extra turn situation. We're just going to keep going in. I can't remember what turn this deck really goes off. The Simic extra turn deck. Paradise Druid. Okay. Not stopping our Flyers. I think the right play here is probably Guard Mage. So we can draw that card. Great. Skycat looks great right now. As much as I want to crash in with the Luminarch, I don't want to risk. Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe they need the mana. Let's try it. Okay, they didn't want to block. All right, so barring a wipe here, we should be able to do the damage. Okay, Seagate. Neoform. Okay. Okay. Is this the combo? Do they keep getting dual caster mages? Oh, I see. Okay. Man, I'm thinking we just need a main board Grafdigger's Cages. I will tell you that. Just seems like so much of the meta is geared towards the Grafdigger's Cages coming down. Like, it seems like nobody can really deal with the Grafdigger's Cages. It seems like we just have to have them. I don't know. How many Grafdigger's Cages is too many to run? Every deck we've played tonight has been, like, focused on bringing stuff out of the graveyard. All right. Play first. We gotta like this. Yeah, it definitely seems like with the new influx of cards into Historic, I'm definitely seeing a lot more combo stuff going on. I mean, I haven't played a ton of Historic. Okay, Grafdigger seems pretty good. I think we go Luminarch to get Luminarch down. Then we can go Grafdiggers and hold up Negate. To be quite honest, I don't even know if Grafdiggers does the trick. Because I didn't really read the cards. Sometimes with those combos, I'm just like, okay, cool. I just don't pay attention. Yeah, I just don't play the big brain decks. These combo decks, man. Maybe one day I'll be good enough at Magic to do that. And I wonder if there's an alternate win con that I don't know of. Okay. Okay, could have definitely went for the Spectral Sailor there. That was a mistake. I mean, we're just gonna crash. We're just gonna crash in. We can hold up Spectral and do negate. I mean, they could very easily have dispute backup. Maybe we need to be mainboarding disputes now. Or not mainboarding, sideboarding. I mean, our sideboard could definitely be different. It's definitely okay. I just think that it's so crazy to me how Grafdigger's just shuts down these strategies. I mean, unless they find that artifact removal, I just don't feel like some of these strategies that are just based on the graveyard. Grafdigger's Cage just says, nah, I don't think we'll allow you to do this. And they just don't. They just can't. It's really phenomenal to me. I guess there has to be cards like that to kind of check the meta. Oh. We don't want to keep a one-lander, unfortunately. All right, this is much better. No counterspell, which hurts. We are going to want to find the counterspell. Probably lose the mage. We're going to be in trouble. We want to find Grafdiggers or counterspell, obviously. It's going to be tough. We don't really have any aggression either. We just didn't hit like really anything great in our mulligan there. Yeah, with cards like Brainstorm, it's just so. With cards like Brainstorm and Faithless Looting, it's almost impossible to think that your opponent won't find their combo pieces. I mean, those cards just dig so deep into the decks. I guess unfortunately we just have to kind of go for the Watcher here. We could just get comboed pretty soon. But we'll just keep playing. We'll see what happens. Well, unfortunately for us, we didn't find Grafdiggers. Now, if we play this for 3, we can Unwind Mine next turn, but unfortunately, I just don't think it's going to matter. But we might as well try to find it. We might as well try to dig through our deck and try to find this Grafdiggers to shut them down. Okay, that's interesting to me. Okay, well, if we get another turn here, maybe. But I would think they would have waited to... Oh, they're cycling. They're searching for their combo pieces. All right, we might have a chance here. I think we probably just of one mind. Do we hold up Lofty Denial? Or do we go Skycat Sovereign? We know that they didn't have their piece before. Let's go Sovereign. Let's try it. That might have been a big mistake right there. Yes. Okay. So we got to see 3 games with the Azorius Flyers list that I put together for this video. And quite honestly, they felt good. I mean, we saw that when the more powerful combo decks do find their pieces, they will obliterate. And I don't know if there's much that we can do about that with this deck or with any deck that we're going to build. I felt like I liked how the deck ran. I liked the Elite Guard Mage, but definitely not the best creature cantrip like that, but it does come into play and it does draw us a card. The of one mines were huge when we got to use them, and we were able to put on enough pressure a lot of the times coming from Luminarch Aspirant and a little bigger Skycat Sovereign. I thought the deck felt fine. We went 2-1, a good little 3-game sample there. We got to see some cool decks that we played against. Really, the all-star of the deck was coming from the sideboard, Grafdigger's Cage. I mean, that card is just, it just shuts down so many strategies, and you got to see it in the 3 games that, like, either they have an option for it or they really just kind of fold their cards and just go to the next game or say, you know, good game to you, because it really just will shut it down, and it's what it does. So that's going to be this episode. Azorius Flyers, 2-1, feeling good. We'll post the deck list in the notes. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We do stream Basement MTG Monday, Tuesday, Thursday nights from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So catch us over on Twitch playing all kinds of ridiculous decks, doing draft, the whole deal. And thanks for checking it out. We'll see you next time in the basement.